This graph right here is the price of gold over the last 6 months. You can see we've been on an absolute tear since October, all the way up to 2354 from starting at 1800. If we look at the last year, it's even crazier. Last 5 years, it's even more noticeable. Now, what are the reasons that gold is going up so much, and will it continue? Will gold hit 3,000 like I showed in my clickbait thumbnail? Well, I can't make a prediction about the price, but I did find 2 of the main reasons why gold is going up. And if we understand why gold is increasing, then we can make bets on whether those trends will increase and whether the market is valuing those trends correctly. So let's get into it. There's 2 main reasons. The first reason for gold increasing in price recently, from my research, is that non-American countries are beginning to bet against the US dollar. So we can see that China has been buying more gold than any other nation since 2020, with India in second place. China, India, and Turkey are the biggest changes over the past 4 years. We can see here the Chinese gold reserves have skyrocketed in recent years, and the Indian gold reserves continue to increase. Now, why are these sometimes BRICS countries and then also Turkey, why is the non-American hemisphere buying more gold? Part of it is the weaponization of the US dollar after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. What happened was the Americans seized a bunch of US treasuries that the Russians held, and that was seen by everyone around the world as a terrible mistake, because now if America disagrees with your foreign policy, they have the right to seize your assets. And that means the dollar is a less secure, less stable, less safe place to store your wealth as a country, to store your treasury. So we can see the non-American hemisphere beginning to shift towards gold, and that's caused a recent uptick. That's the first reason, is the geopolitical shift that's occurring worldwide. The second reason that I found was actually, I found it because of this lady here, Lynn Alden. She does some great research. I recommend following her if you don't already. She pointed out that if you look at the US federal deficit, which is these green bars here, as the federal deficit has been increasing in recent years, so too has the price of gold. We can see back in 2010, right, it was in response to 2008. In response to 2008, we can see the federal deficit increasing noticeably, and the price of gold runs up with it. And then the federal deficit calms down the later years of the Obama administration and the start of the Trump administration, and gold price stays stable. And then the response to COVID, all the lockdowns, the deficit goes insane, and gold stays fine for now, but now stays fine in the beginning, and now is beginning to uptick. So the second reason could just be that as the American government runs larger and larger deficits and has to pay more and more for their bonds and dilutes the supply of bonds, the market is buying more and more gold in response. My name's Elias Marshall. I've been an investor since 2016. I'm a beginner. I'm like a student sharing his study notes. This is not an expert opinion. This is not financial advice, any of that. This is just my research passed on to you so you can save time. If you like that video, if you found it helpful, please subscribe. It helps a lot.